All right, next up on the chopping block is Combiner Wars Warpath. Hey, I didn't say. All right, I'm back. So here he is. He rolls. This does swivel, so that's nice. This can rotate kind of up and down due to transformation. As you can see, in case you weren't aware, or are aware or whatever, this is a retool of the Generations Megatron Legends figure that came with Chop Shop, I think it was. So yeah, it's a decent mold. It makes the tank's okay. It's not great. It's far from perfect. So it rolls. You can see visible hands there and there, and this is just it just doesn't. It seems very not put together well. It's not a believable tank. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. At least the top section. The bottom section looks all right. No problems there. Then to transform it, you want to split the arms like so. Split the legs like this. Get those out of the way. Rotate this around. And then this will plug into the sides, just like so. This comes to the side here. Rotate that. Feet fold down, and then this will collapse up and tab into place like that. Great transformation for a small figure, I think. And there he is. He's got a little dust on him because he's been sitting on my shelf for about 8 months, waiting to be reviewed, and I'm finally getting to him. So yeah, here he is. Is he great? I like him a lot in bot mode. I do wish that they would have done something to have like a little bit of a cannon coming out here, even if this was still on the side. Just did a little bit of retooling there. That would have been great, but they couldn't do that for whatever reason. That is tempographed on, so that's nice. Face sculpt is excellent. Definitely you get the Warpath vibe. It is on a swivel. Shoulders are on ball joints. Everything locks in well enough up here, unlike the Groove figure we looked at yesterday. Elbows, ball joints. Nothing at the waist. Hips are on ball joints. Get a little hindered coming up here because of this piece here. If you file that down, I think you'll get a lot more range of motion. Bends at the knee, and the toe can tilt a little bit. Oh no, pretty good. I dig him. I like him a lot. I've always liked this mold. Just like the Optimus mold, I think it's a good mold. It's not quite right, just like the pipes isn't quite right. Having this here rather than here. But I think it works well enough for a Legends collection, or for Legends scale with Chug collection. To point that out, here he is next to Swerve, and you see they are mini bots. They look good together. Here he is next to a Seeker and Prime, and just because he's still sitting here, pipes. So I like it. I like this a lot. I really do. Now, so it depends on what your scale preference is when it comes to this character, because he's kind of a little bit all over the charts. So if you're looking for a Chug scale like me, that fits in with the other mini bots, this is the best way to go. If you're looking for this character that fits in more with alt mode, you're going to want to get the Generations Warpath, and use him as, because he's a deluxe, and use him as your Warpath. He definitely, that figure has always been one of the best molds out of the Generations line. It's absolutely excellent. So I always recommend that figure just regardless. So if you're like me and you want this guy, get that mold in a different coloration, so you can still have it in your shelf or whatever. I'll be probably getting a Strika, but then again, MMC's doing a Strika, so torn there. Anyway, back on topic. Now, if you're going masterpiece scale, this obviously isn't going to work. So if you're in masterpiece scale and you're looking for a good mini-bot sized Warpath that'll fit with the rest of your mini-bots, then I would get the either the Generations or the Unite Warriors, the Takara version of the Generations Warpath, the deluxe one. If you're more like, okay, they need to be bigger than he needs to be bigger than a car, then your choice is War Dog, which I hear is a pain to transform, but once you get in bot mode, he's excellent. So those are your options when it comes to Warpath. He's actually one of the few characters that has enough figures to fit into whatever appropriate scale you want to do. There's even a smaller Legend scale, I think comes up to about here. So if you're actually building an actual Legend scale and you're using like this guy is Optimus Prime, or let me go grab it. Or you're using hybrid style Optimus Prime, there's one that's a little bit shorter that would fit better with him. So you got him in all different sizes, so that's really, really awesome. So yeah, there you go. The Warpath, for this figure, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I think they did a pretty good job reutilizing a Megatron that otherwise would never have been reused. Yeah, cannon out of the chest would have been better, but they did what they could. So